Good morning. Good morning. Master volume. Good morning. So in the previous session, we completed the concept of dividends. We completed the concept of dividends. Next chapter we are going to start is debentures. So that chapter is a very small one as well, which will be having 5 topics inside. You can see there. One is the definition of debenture. Second one is the features of debenture. Third one, issue of debenture. Fourth one, debenture trustee and related concepts. Fifth one, debenture redemption reserve. So those are the concepts that we are going to start with. Definition of a debenture, features of debenture, issue of debentures, debenture trustee and related concepts, and last one will be debenture redemption reserve. 5 concepts are there. So first thing, if at all a question has to come in examination, generally a question will be asked either on the third one or on the last one, fifth one. Heavy chances are there for the fifth part because of amendments. Since there are a lot of amendments inside, fifth one is an expected concept. What is the fifth one? Debenture redemption reserve is an expected area for the November 22 exams. Keep the heading in your notes, debentures. Write down the learning objectives first. 5 learning objectives, definition, features, issue, debenture trustee, related concepts, and last one will be debenture redemption reserve. Four, share capital. So completed writing the learning objectives. Make it fast, please. Shall we continue now? Okay. So see here. So let us understand, please everyone. See here, you might have already heard about the concept of debenture at foundation level, basic. I'm not asking about details inside. Debenture is exactly reverse to the equity. Equity reverse a debenture. Equity is a ownership instrument. Debenture is a debt instrument. Owners will get dividend. Debentures will get interest. Okay. Owners will have voting rights. These people will not have any voting rights. Like this we can write 10-15 differences between equity share capital and preference share capital, but that is not in our syllabus. I don't want to waste the time. If you want to write, you can sit at home and you can, after completion of this chapter, you can start writing the differences between equity and debt. Okay, what differences you have found. But that is not within our agenda because it's not there in our syllabus. So unnecessarily I don't want to discuss about differences between equity and debt and waste your time. So, debenture and equity, two types of instruments are there. Debenture will be a debt instrument, equity will be a ownership instrument. About the ownership instrument, share capital chapter will look into. Debt instrument, debenture chapter will look into. So two topics are there, share capital and debentures. We are first going to cover what? Debentures area inside that. Everyone, shall we start with the concept? Yes, sir. First tell me, why company will go for debentures? Because you have completed cost of capital. You can practically tell me now, why companies will go for debentures? Anyone? Why companies will go for debentures? One second. Answer? Cost of debt is less than cost of equity. Okay, next, one reason. Reason number two. Huh? I didn't understand. Someone is answering from the back. Huh? What she said? More? To give more returns to equity shareholders. Okay. Sir, I will write more return to equity shareholders. Number three. Huh? Who is answering? Okay, answer. Trading on equity. What do you mean by this? Now I am getting doubted. One second. Arey, please. You are answering that when? No. Previously, what you said. Don't change the answers. Okay, you tell me, I will write. When cost, I will tell what you said. When cost of debt is less than cost of equity, companies will go. This will be always true, do you know or not? KE can never be lesser than KD. Then they need not stay in the company. So obviously this is true, always. One person. Sir, answer. Huh? Such, which is such? 1 or 2 or 3? Third, investment made from the debt. Yes, correct. Okay, next. Very good. Understood. Understood. Very good. Next. So, a simple answer, why companies will go for a debt? One single answer for all the questions. A concept is there which always says that a company, in order to have a better functioning, we need to have debt inside that. That concept is called as financial leverage. What it is called as? Financial leverage. Sir, okay, I will give you an answer. See here. Please. An iron stand or a rod, whatever you call, on a supporting iron rod. I kept here, say for example, 100 kgs weight. See here. On a big iron rod, at the last, I kept 100 kgs weight. Okay? I said that you stand here, take it and pull it up. Is it easy or difficult? Very, very difficult. Maybe 1 or 2 persons can do, but general for a normal mankind, it becomes immensely impossible to hold the weight at the last and to pull it back. Yes or no? Now, what I will do is, I will ask the same question, but I will put a supporter here. Now tell me, this supporter will be on seesaw, do you know? Like that. Supporter in the middle I will put, and now you have to lift that 100 kgs weight. Is it easy or difficult? With a minimum effort we can do that or not? Answer everyone. Iron rod is same, weight is same, person is same, everything is essentially the same. What changed the entire thing is the lever you added. That's science law they will call levers in automobile. Law also uses the same thing. It's called as a leverage. Leverage gears the company. Same weight whatever you have, add one lever to that, you can easily pull the company up. With that logic, financial leverages, operating leverages concepts came. In that the most important thing is the financial leverage. My company is carrying heavy equity weight. I want to reduce that. Immediately introduce a correct amount of debt. Sir, how would I know correct amount of debt? That's why capital structure theories. As and when, whenever you want, if you raise debentures, again company gone. There should be appropriate proportion. What is appropriate proportion? That's why ratio analysis. Debt equity ratios or ratios, how much should be introduced, how the capital structure should be, how the leverages will get affected, how the cost of capital is. All these are linked issues. From that, one of the most important thing is a debt. Debt is always acts as a lever. What is that? Huh? Everyone? Lever. Debt acts as a lever for the company. Correct place. Sir, answer my question. If I add this lever, say for example here, will there be a use or will not be? More difficult than before. Adding a lever is not important. Appropriate place, appropriate quantum of lever adding is important. That's capital structures. Lever adding, anyone will add. Are you understanding or not? Adding a lever, any fool will add. But adding at the right place at the right amount is important. For that, capital structure theories also came. This much amount of equity, this much debt is appropriate. It levers your firm. Like that, they will start giving the analysis. So, hope you can understand what I said now. Okay. Adding a lever is all about the concepts of financial leverage. Financial leverage will always augments the business. Last bench was some person said the answer and that's 100% right. But more appropriately with the numbers I will explain the same. You can understand how these particular debentures are going to issue the company. So anyway, everyone understood this? When I pull this here, okay, it becomes lesser in our effort. Yes or no? I introduced here. Impossible even to Rajinikanth. Do you know why? If you introduce here at the last, is there any space for him to hold and pull? That means you should have, listen, you should have appropriate amount of leverage which should be in a position to shift like this. Okay, whenever you want, you should reduce it. Whenever I don't want, I should increase it. Clear? Like that we need to do. For that we require pulleys. That's why automobiles uses two things, levers and pulleys. Gear, whenever you come to first gear to second gear, levers and pulleys will act together. Lever will be adding the gear, pulley will be pulling the gear again. So, these two will act for gearing of a particular vehicle. That's why even these are called as capital gearing. Levers acts for the gears to the company. If you want to speed up your company process, Then why they use the word gearing unnecessarily in financial management? Logic should be there or not. It gears your company from first to second, second to third, third to fourth, fourth to fifth, fifth to sixth, seventh, eighth, like that. Unless and until there is no problem for the company, you can gear your company as much as you want. For that only interest gearing ratio, capital gearing ratio, interest coverage ratios, all these concepts have come. So beautifully they drafted everything, linked on section number 71 of the Companies Act. Debentures, how they will be issued, before we go into that. Understood the importance of debt in the company now? How beautifully you place the debt, that beautifully your company will be. Clear, everyone? And now listen carefully to the point. There is a cycle without gears. Cycle. Because every bike will have gears. Gearless bikes will be there. Gearless bikes will be there. Auto gear will be there. Gearless bikes are not found in the planet. Auto gear and gearless kaadu. Gear you will not do. Automatically it will only do the gearing work. Okay. Gears will be there for every motor vehicle in the world. There is no concept called as a vehicle without any gearing. If there is no gearing, cycle, let us take as an example. Entire effort you should only put or not. But if a gear is there, to your effort, if a gear is put, automatically speeds up your cycle or not. Company is a cycle here. That's why if you observe, only equity with no debt we call unlevered. It has no lever. Manually they only have to do all the work. Who? Equity. To that, if they add some lever, immediately it gears up the company. But that gearing also should not be more than a particular level. Ratio analysis chapter will tell that. How much gearing is appropriate to the company, all these issues. Hope everyone understood the idea behind this concept. Debt acts as a lever. That's why companies will go for debenture. Or else why I have to unnecessarily increase the debt component inside the capital structure? Just because of one good reason, that I am going to lever my company. This is a theoretically if I tell. Now practically if I tell how it will be, I will give you an example also for that. See the screen once. I will take with 1 rupee. This is same for 1 crore, same for 1000 crores, same for 1000 trillions also. It is same. Numbers only will change. For simplicity's sake, I am taking small numbers. Okay. Everyone please listen. Let's say for example, KE in our company. KD in our company. KD means cost of debt, debentures expectation. KE will be cost of equity, the equity expectation. There are two types of persons in a company. Fundraisers of a company will be two types, equity, debt, popularly. Okay. Hybrid instruments are also there, preference. But financial management, very less we will find those. Okay. So anyway, KE and KD, two persons are there. KE means a equity person, KD means a debt person's expected return. Up to here, everyone understood the policy clear? And now listen carefully to the logic. For example, I invested money in a place, that means company money has been injected in a place where it gives 20% return. How much? 20%. Technically, let us say R is also 20%. Means how much company is expecting, that much the investment is giving, 20%. Cost of debt is how much? 12%. Cost of debt is 12%. If you participate, never you will forget. If you don't participate, again it will be new when you are reading. Please listen carefully to the concept. Up to here, hope you are having full clarity. Right? Let us start. See here now. Equity is 1 rupee. I told you, I will introduce with the small numbers to understand. Equity is 1 rupee. To this 1 rupee, I added 1/3 debt. If I have 100 rupees, 100 rupees I will have, 33 rupees I will take as a loan. Did you understand, sir? 1/3 means, okay? 1/3 plus 1 will be 4/3. Means for own money of 3 rupee, 4 rupees of total money is invested. How it is possible? 1 rupee debt. Yeah, 3/3 plus 1/3 here. Please, don't torture me. 3 by 3 means how much? Adi. Okay. 1 plus 1 by 3 will be how much totally? 4 by 3. 4 by 3. 4/3 we will call generally. 4/3 means really what is the meaning of 4/3? 1 rupee in a 4 pieces, 3 pieces belongs to equity, 1 piece belongs to the debt. Clear? Now 4/3 is invested. Now listen carefully. I invested this 4/3 amount in a project which will give me how much return? Now listen carefully. 4/3 into 20. Calculate and tell me. 80 divided by 3. Fast. 26.67%. Clear? Now tell me. 4/3 amount. Company invested at how much percent return? 20%. Now please be here in this world. With this 20%, I achieved how much return? 26.67. 20 rupees if you invest, if you get, either you should get 20. How you got 26.67? Because I didn't invest 3/4. I didn't invest 1 rupee. I invested 1 rupee, 1 rupee plus 1/3 data. I invested 3 rupees, 4 rupees. In your pocket if you have 3, how come it is possible to invest 4? I borrowed and invested. What I did? And invested. This borrowing and investment one benefit will come. That's called as a financial leverage. Tell me, when you put a gear, you have to put any effort? Without any effort? Without any additional effort, it will increase the speed. Let us see, without any additional effort, will it increase the speed of return or not? Let's see here. Now tell me, how much is the total return we get? 26.67. Common sense will let us break. Break this into 2 parts. Okay. First, own funds, debt funds, let us divide. Clear? Tell me, own fund is 1 rupee, 1/3 of rupee, 4/3. Own fund is how much? 1 rupee is a own fund. On this 1 rupee, how much return I would get? 20%. That means this particular 1 rupee would have given me how much return? 20%. Tell me, debt fund, how much I invested? Answer. This 1/3 also would have given 20% return. But 1/3 of 20 only I will get. Clear? How much? 6 point. This is the breakup of that 26.67. That means how much of return will be attributable to equity? How much of the return is attributable to the debtor? What is the total return? But the problem is, this 6.67 completely don't belong to me. Because I have to pay something back to the debtor or not. Therefore, in this again I will divide into 2 parts. First part is payment. Second part is surplus. Payment part, tell me, this 1/3 rupee I obtained free of cost at a 12% return. Now tell me, 1/3 into 12%. How much percent? 4%. Here it is how much? 2.67 surplus. So technically the net return to the company is a 20 on its own funds, and how much? 2.67 on the debt fund. Total return to the equity will be how much? In this, how much of the amount of return has obtained by the company without any effort? That's because of financial leverage. So without any effort, just because of putting a gear called as a debt, immediately it gears up the profits of the equity. Without any effort, borrowed and investment I made a return. That means I put any effort? No effort. No effort. Just I borrowed and that means effort or no effort. This concept is called as arbitrage gain. That means suddenly gain will come without putting any kind of additional efforts. These are called as arbitrage gains. Arbitrage gains mean taking the advantage of the interest rates. It's called as arbitrage gains. Like this it will come. All this is possible because of debentures. Therefore, a separate section came for them in the Companies Act. to govern them, to govern the instrument called as a debt. Okay, types of instruments, everything. Okay, so for this we are going to start with the chapter. Hope everyone understood the need for the chapter debentures, why company issue debentures. Okay, therefore these are good reasons on a financial impact why companies often go for a debentures issue. Let's start with the concept. See the screen once. Definition, features of debentures and issues thereon. See there. Definition, section 2, clause 30. Features of debentures, basic issue concept. So these three are also taken from the Bail Act only, section number 71. Section number 71. From there I have taken the answer. Okay. I just at home I have written the answers so that I can spend some time on a discussion part in the class. Point number 1. What is the definition of debenture? Features of debentures and issue thereon. I merged 3 sections inside this. I will show you the text. Okay, see here. See here, sir, everyone. What is the section we are going to deal? Section number 71. Please read it. A company may issue debentures with an option to convert such debentures into shares, either wholly or partly at the time of redemption. At the time of redemption. That means, can a company issue convertible debentures? Can a company issue convertible debentures? Yes, convertible debentures can be issued. Okay, you will be given a choice of conversion. Choice of conversion will be given. If you want, you can convert into equity immediately whenever you want. But there will be a time frame given. After that, you can start converting. A company may issue debentures with an option to convert such debentures into shares, either wholly or partly, at the time of redemption. Next, continue. Provided that the issue of debentures with an option to convert such debentures into shares, either wholly or partly, shall be approved by a special resolution passed at a general meeting. Common sense. Why? Why means a simple reason. Tell me, whenever you are issuing convertible debenture, convertible bonds, do you know what is a bond? Brut bond to James Bond illa. I am talking about bonds in financial market. What they are? Bonds means what, called as what? Bonds are debt instruments. Debentures, other name is called as bond. Bond to debenture are not two things. Other name for the debenture is bond market. Sir, anyway, whenever bonds are issued, obviously convertible bond requires special resolution in a general meeting. Okay. I will ask you one question, answer this. I will ask you a question, answer this. A particular convertible debenture is issued today. You will call it as a debtor, you will call it as a sharer. It has an option to convert, no doubt. But when you issue a convertible debenture, Companies Act and all the other things will see it as a debtor, will see it as a equity sharer. Answer. Equity share. That's why special resolution required. Let me explain you the concept clearly. First point, convertible debt will be always considered as an equity from the point of view of any theory, either financial management or normal company law. Everyone will take convertible debenture as an equity instrument rather than seeing it as a debt instrument for good reasons. See here, debt will have more life, equity will have more life. Debt to Maha 10 years life. Once you convert, the journey as a equity will be bigger for it, or journey as a debt will be bigger for it. Then why you should call it debt? Answer over. Right now. So, concept is, debt will not have perpetuity, but what will have? Equity. Your journey as a equity will be more. That means technically you are issuing equity, naming it as a debt for the first 10 years. Did you understand the perspective? So like that the market will presume, and therefore financial management theory is also written in that way. So what they said, you are talking convertible debenture is a debenture, but I will treat it as a equity. Therefore, how if you issue the shares, you pass a special resolution, even convertible debentures issue also requires a special resolution. Because we are treating on par as a share. That's the first point. Before going into this, let us first have the definition of what is a debenture. Section 2 clause 30. Section 2 clause 30. Let's read. Debenture means debenture includes includes. Debenture includes what? Debenture stock, bonds, or any other instrument of a company evidencing a debt, whether constituting a charge on the assets or not. Means may be secured, may be unsecured. Okay. Whether security will not decide the nature of debenture. Whether it is a debt or not will define whether it is a debenture or not. Okay. Read again. Debenture includes what? Debenture stock. What is debenture stock? Group of debentures is called as a debenture stock. That's why it's called as a stock exchange, not share exchange. Clear? Group coming together we will call as what? Stock. One product we will not call as a stock. Group of assets, current assets we call as what? Stock. Stock means a group. It may be debenture or it may be group of debentures. It may be a group of debentures in a company. Next, continue. Continue, sir. Bonds. Next one, bonds. Or any other instrument. You call it in any name. You call it deep discount bond. You call it zero coupon bond. You call it commercial paper. You have sources of finance. You have sources of finance chapter. Sources of finance, various sources you can raise money. Deep discounting bonds, zero coupon bonds, masala bonds. Masala bonds are not there in India today. 2019 they were prohibited by the government of India. Masala bonds, once upon a time masala bonds used to be there. 2019 prohibition came. In my YouTube channel there will be a concept called as external commercial borrowings. See a final. Full in-depth discussion on international debts. How the debts can be financed. When you find time, I don't even recommend you now. When you find time, you can see that. There I have explained how the masala bonds have been cancelled in India. 2019 government passed a prohibition on that. Because of a concept that was introduced called as external commercial borrowings, regulation number 19 in Foreign Exchange Management Act. So they made amendments to that. Later financial markets in India also stopped giving the masala bonds. Okay, I'm not talking about that. So it can be a debenture stock, group of debentures, or it can be a bond, or any other instrument. I think you know deep discounted bonds. Deep discounted bonds. So deep discounted bonds, zero coupon bonds, do you know? Zero coupon bond. Can you please explain what is a zero coupon bond? There is zero coupon, please don't tell that. Except that anything. What is a zero coupon bond? Yes, correct, 100% right. Zero coupon bonds are issued at a discounted rate. Say for example, zero coupon bond, classic example is, another example in our life, LIC. You will pay 5,000 every month. After 30 years or 20 years after, he will give a bulk amount. The amount what you give and the bulk amount you get will not be same. That will be 2-3 times higher than what you invested. Clear or not, everyone? So those are something like LIC. But LIC outflows are regular. Zero coupon bond, that outflow is also happening only once. You invest today 5,000. 20 years I will not give even a single rupee. 25th year end, I will give you 30,000, he will tell. Do you understand? You invested how much? You invested how much? I repeat, you invested how much? 20 years after, how much you will get? 25,000 or 30,000 you will get. Clear? The balance between 25 and 5 will be your return or not? Everyone answer. That means return is there or not there? There. Interest is there or not there? Not there. Interest is separately not given. You will get a return. Return is different. Interest is different. Return is a PV factor. Interest is a cash flow. That's what I said in the first lecture. I asked you to see. Cash flow is different. Return is different. So these are all confusing factors which we need to have a full clarity. But before going into that, Everyone understood the meaning of debenture stock group. Next one, bond, other name for debentures. Or sixth one, any other instrument, nature should be debt. Certificate of deposits are there, deep discounting bonds are there, or commercial papers are there, zero coupon bonds are there. You call any name, is it a debt? Yes, it's a debenture. Understood the point, everyone? Okay. Whether constituting a charge on the assets or not, may be secured or may be unsecured. That's not the point. Okay. Provided that instruments referred to in Chapter 3D of the RBI Act and such instrument prescribed by the central government in consultation with the RBI issued by a company shall not be treated as a debenture. That means some are excluded from the definition of a debenture. What are those? Debentures under RBI Act. Sir, simply banks will also raise debentures or not? They will raise as per RBI Act. For that, Companies Act will not apply. RBI will take care. Clear? And the next one, central government authorized instruments are there. Those also outside the purview of debenture. What are they? I will give you an example. Have you ever heard about Government of India bonds? GOI bonds. Government of India bond means government will issue the bonds. Government means Narendra Modi sir, Amit Shah sir, don't ask that question. Departments of government. For example, National Highway Authorities of India will issue bonds. Okay, they will issue bond. ICAl will issue the bonds. Whenever they issue the bond, who are issuing? Issuing person is a normal private limited companies and public limited companies, government companies are. For them this will not apply, government will take care. Their governance and all. Did you understand or not, everyone? So therefore, such other instrument as well prescribed by the central government in consultation with RBI shall be treated as debenture or shall not be treated as? Now tell me what is a debenture? Debenture means debenture includes debenture includes number one, debenture stock, bonds, any other instrument evidencing the debt. That's all. This is the main idea. What are not included into that? Bonds under RBI Act. Next one. Bonds prescribed by the central government in consultation with the RBI. Everyone understood? See the screen once. Debenture. See the screen. Read the point. Debenture means includes. Includes number one, debenture stock, bonds, any other instrument evidencing the debt. Next one. Do not include what? Debt instruments referred under RBI Act 1934. Next one. Such other instrument as were prescribed by CG in consultation with RBI. Up to here everyone understood? Next. Features of debenture. I have written 8 important features. Okay. This is not a section. Normal answer given in your study material. Study material clumsily they made. I have taken out some important 8 points inside that. Never it can be asked in exam. Only for your reference sake. Okay? Don't expect this question to come in exam. It's there in the syllabus now. Even if it comes in a worst case scenario, 4 marks question will come. For that 4 marks we need to write at least 8 points or not. I picked up easily understandable 8 points here. Okay? See the screen. See the screen. First one. What is a debenture? Whenever you take a loan will have some disadvantages. Number one, loan will always have a fixed tenure. Debentures also will have a tenure, but there is a concept of early redemption called as a transfer of debentures. That means whenever you don't want a debenture to hold, immediately what you can do? You can sell and you can go out of the market. Clear or not, everyone? That chance you can't have in case of a loan. Loan is a non-transferable instrument. Debenture is a transferable instrument. You can hold the debentures on the stock market, you can sell like shares, which is not possible. Loan transferability will not be there. Now a question will arise, please listen carefully. Sir, if I issue debentures or if I give a loan, sir, debenture means I am giving a loan to company. Am I clear? Not listening, come back. Everyone, come to this world. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Listen carefully. Whenever I issue company issue debenture, I take a debenture means I am taking loan, I am giving a loan. Company issuing debentures, I got the debentures. I am taking the loan, giving the loan. Taking the loan. What is the proof that you have given a loan? That's why debenture will be given as a evidence. Debenture is just a evidential proof, certificate. What is that? Certificate. Debenture is a certificate, paper. Paper, it's in a demat form. Previously it is physical, now it is also in electronic form. So debenture certificates will be issued. Those debenture certificates will tell your name, how many debentures, at what rate, interest rate, all the 10, 12 details they will give in that instrument. It's a evidential proof that you have given debt to the company. Whenever we give loan to some person, we will not take back loan within before the period occurs. We will hold it till its maturity. Clear? But in case of debentures, you have every chance to what we can do? Take back whenever you want, and you can come out of the market, because in case of debentures there is a huge chance for transferability, where loan is non-transferable, debenture instrument is transferable. Clear, everyone? Okay, now listen carefully to the point. I will ask you one question, answer by seeing an observation. Company is X Limited. Practically, with numbers, let us understand. Company is X Limited. This X Limited has issued debentures. Issued what? Debentures. Life is 5 years. How many years, sir? 5 years. Life is 5 years. Interest rate, say for example 10%. How much, sir? 10%. How much the market is expecting from this? Market expectation is 16%. Market expectation is 16%. That means the market is expecting how much? But company is giving how much interest? Market may rise to 14, 12. According to their needs, how can I pay? For that also there is a concept, floating rates. Which rates? Generally, debentures in India all are fixed rate debentures only, because companies will die. Because in India, interest rates increase only, they will not decrease. Therefore, they also have that pressure. Therefore, generally in India, floating rates are unpopular. USA, UK and other countries on the West and also the Middle East, if you observe, all are float rated bonds and loans are very, very popular. Floating rated. Floating rate means, I think you know what do you mean by float rate interest. Floating rate, whenever the market interest rate changes, according to that, you will also get the interest on that instrument. In India, it is very less popular, because in India, interest rates always tend to increase, it will not fall. So because of that, always companies will generally issue fixed rate debentures. For understanding sake, everyone up to here understood? Now answer my question clearly. See here. Say for example, company has raised debentures. Par value of debenture is 1000. How much? 1000 is the par value of debenture. I am not asking any other irrelevant question. Please answer everyone carefully. Tell me, I have to invest some amount in the debenture or not? Yes, everyone participate and answer. Yes, I have to invest some amount in the debenture or not? Yes, okay. At how much cost I need to buy? How much cost I need to buy? Wrong answer, sir. Point number 1, it is the par value. Fool only will pay 1000 for this. I will pay 1000 when, if you also give me 16% return. When I am expecting 16, when the market rate is running at 16, when you are paying 10%, why I should pay 1000 for that? That's why fair value has to be calculated. That's why I asked you to see the lecture clearly the other day. Fair value is always a perspective of Companies Act to perspective of world. Worldwide fair values are accepted. Now tell me, in this particular scenario, whatever you are seeing on the screen, how much is the interest the company is paying me? 10%. Huh? So now, logic, common sense, you think, you have an opportunity to invest in a place where you will get 12% return. But by mistake, you kept your money in fixed deposit with SBI giving 6.8% return. You will feel happy or unhappy? Obviously, like that only market will also react on the stock markets. Arre, unnecessarily we have given to this company. Market is almost giving a 16% return. Means obviously bullish market will increase, or bearish market will increase. The market will be more on a bearish side. Bearish market means downward. Pessimistic side the market will run. Bearish trends will always reduce the prices in the market. So the bearish trend started on the bonds for this particular company. People are expecting 16. You are giving only 10. They are satisfied or dissatisfied? Answer. You expect something and sit in the class. Okay. Say for example, here individually you can't take the coaching and subjects. Na? All we have to take once. Say for example, law can be independently taken. Example. Okay, example. Say for example, you paid 5,000, join the class. Okay. You are absolutely dissatisfied. No Bayrakto, no analysis, nothing. PDF reader, red pen, blue pen, green pen, black pen, underliner, chapter completed, going out. Obviously, at the end of the day, you feel that your 5,000 is worth, not worth. Price is 5,000, not value. Value you obtained is sunna, 0. Sunya. You obtain how much? 0. 0 is a value of maybe whatever you know, I may disturb that and make you into the negative as well. You know something before attending the class. After attending the class, that's also gone. So I can also bring you to the negative. Down steep negative also I can do. Okay. So now what is the idea behind here? Whenever we put some money, we think cost to benefit. Okay. How much I am expecting? I expect law class to be like this. It is beyond what I expect. You will feel that array 5,000 dead cheap for him. If you Namaste Anna. So the point is, when you put some amount inside anything, what we generally feel, array 5,000 dead cheap, blindly you can go. Like that we will give a review. If it is bad, 1,000 is also bad debt. 1,000 also bad debt. We will feel or not generally, everyone in the class answer, sir. Whenever we put money, sir, money is always the thing which creates a relation. In that we should be very, very careful. When you put some 1 rupee inside, that 1 rupee will create a contractual relation between two persons, for which we should be very careful. So money always creates a bond, because for example, if you announce a free class, you teach badly, nothing will happen. They will tell that it is not good, I am going out. But when contractual relation starts in the form of money, we should be very, very ultimately careful when that money is involved. Because money always makes people to speak whatever they want. Therefore, we should be ultimately careful when you are taking money. So therefore, for the money we take, immediately he will start analyzing what he received and what he has invested, obviously. Therefore, people will see the market. Array, we invested 1,000 rupees in that share or a debenture. It is now giving 10% cash flows like any other year. In the market, everyone is getting 16%. I am getting 10%. Happier and happier. Unhappy. I want to sell this bond and enter into the market. I want to hold the bonds. And more sale, more purchase. Demand more, supply more. When supply is more than demand, prices will increase or prices will fall. That's what happened also in the bond market. Prices will immediately fall. A bearish trend will slowly start. Clear? Day by day prices will start falling. So bearish trend will start in the market. Okay. So if you observe this on a practical understanding part, see here, year, cash flow, PV at the rate of how much we are expecting. This is return. 16. Next one, PVCF. So common sense answer. Everyone answer my question. Point number 1. I invested some amount. I am not telling some amount. What is that? Okay. Now tell me, my money will be blocked in the market for how many years? My money will be blocked in the market for how many years, sir? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Someone help me with the numbers. Sir, how much is the interest? Market fall. price came to 800. I will pay interest on 800 or on 1000. Common sense, sir, please. Market la price of the debenture came to 800. I will pay 800 into 10, 1000 into 10. Very good. So how much? 100, 100, 100, 100, 1100, because redemption also will come back. Hello. PV at the rate of 16%. 1 by 1.16. Please tell me the numbers very fast. 0.8628. Always use only 3 digits. Only 3 digits. 3 digits are round off, because answers given by the ICAI will come after rounding of 3 digits. 743. Next. 64. Next. 5. Next. 47. Okay. So I can write this as, sorry, this is 100. Tell me. 862. 86.2. 74.3. 64.1. 55.2. 47.6. 1100 into 0.476. 1 second. 1% please. 523.6. Okay na? Please total. 803.4. This is the value of the bond. This is the value of the bond. Simply to tell, this is the worth of the bond. More than this 1 rupee also don't give for this. 1 rupee also don't give. Not 1 rupee, 1 paisa. Don't even pay 803.41. That 0.0001 negative NPV for you. Don't invest. Even that extra 1 paisa also don't put. Money is very valuable. So, that Gunduvas will tell, 1 rupee is also important. No one will get that 1 rupee easily. That's really true. Lalita Jewelers. Prati rupayi mukhyame. Every rupee is important. So that Gundu boss is 100% correct. Whenever I see him like a walking financial management. How great you are managing your finances. Sir, anyway, sir, if you observe this market scenario clearly, how much, listen, how much is the value of this debenture? 803. Today if you have to invest on the bond, you will purchase, if it is at 1000, if it is at 803.4. Assume that really market has valued it at 803.4. That means you will purchase not at 1000, you will purchase at how much? 803.4. You will purchase in the market, because the market prices will go up and down on the basis of the returns what you give. How much the return company is giving? 10%. But in the market ongoing is, therefore why I have to pay 1000 for that? I will pay lesser than 1000. That's called as underpricing of a debenture. What it is? Underpricing of a debenture. Don't tell discount on debentures. Discount will happen at the time of issue. Clear, everyone? So 1 year after, 803.4 somewhere, the price is at 803, 804 like that. That means in the market, debenture is available only at how much percent? 803%, sorry, 803 rupees, but par will be how much? That means you will invest how much? 803. You will invest how much? 803.4. You will block that amount for how many years? 5 years. After 5 years, redemption will be at how much? Very good. Redemption will be at how much? Now answer, how much you purchased it? Everyone. How much interest? Hey, how much interest? 10%. How much you are expecting? Now tell me, how much you will purchase it? How much is the interest rate? How much? That means your interest that what you receive is only how much? 10%. You purchase at how much? 803. But in redemption you are redeeming at how much? You are selling at 1000, you are purchasing at 803. There is a capital gain or not? That capital gain increases your return to 16. Array, if the company pay 10, how can I get 16? Because of capital gain. That itself you call as RV minus NP by N. Capital gains per annum. I into 1 minus T plus RV minus NP by N, you will write now. RV means redemption value, NP means purchase price. RV minus NP is a capital gain divided by N is annualized capital gain. Did you understand the concept clearly? How beautifully they have drafted everything. Same concepts Companies Act also will tell. Companies Act, whatever I said now, every point will be there. So you should first understand how really the debentures works. After that, read the concepts. Easily you can understand. And moreover, discussion not yet completed. Everyone understood the logic clearly? So I should not purchase this bond for a value higher than what? That's all. This is the motive. Clear? Now answer my question clearly. 803.4. Okay, va? 803.4. In this 803.4, what is the proportion of 86.2? 86.2 divided by 803.4. Please tell me the number. But very fast. 0.107. Very good. Next, fast. 0.92. Next, fast. 0.80. Next, 68. 7. Very good. Next, 655. Okay. Now listen. Another thing. 652. Okay. No problem. Now tell me, what is the year here? Miraculously, you are going to see one point here, please, everyone. What is the year here? What is the proportion that we got? 1 into 0.107. How much? 0.107. Okay. 2 into 0.0902. 1 point? 0 point? Next. 3 into 0.08. Point? Next. 4 into 0.687. 2.748. 5 into 0.652. Array, this is 0. Array, 4 into 0.687. 1 second, this is 0.687. 0.0687. Okay, 0.0687 into 4. 27. Very, I know. 0.27. 48 means 5. And lastly, 0.652 into 5. 0. 626. Sorry, okay. You are getting like this. Listen, why companies will issue debentures? If anyone asks, company law says that debenture is a movable property. In your notes also it will be there. I am also talking about your study material. If you see the institute study material as well, you will find one answer when you are talking about debenture. Why companies will issue debentures? It is a movable property which is having a transferability. Which will have debenture. Therefore, if anything is transferable, I will purchase. Just because of the reason that it is transferable. Debentures will be purchased because of the reason that it is having a early exit. Early exit is possible. For what? Debentures. Equity shares, if you invest, you can make any time exit. Early exit is there. Likewise, debentures also have early exit. Means you purchase today, sell in the market after 1 year and you can come out immediately. But loan now you have to stand for 5 full years. Clear? Now answer, basic answer only. See there and tell. I invested how much on the debenture today? I hold it for how many years? How many years? That means my money, whatever I invested, sir, price may be 1000 par value. I am talking about my investment. My investment of 803 is blocked for how many years? Answer. less than 5 years. See the screen once. How much you invested, sir? Everyone? 803.4, 86.2 is written in the first year itself. That's why I asked you to calculate proportion. Simply to tell, in this 803.4, 86.2 rupees has been given back to you in the first year end itself. Then how can you tell that your 803 is blocked for full 5 years? In this 803.4, 74.3 is blocked in the market only for 2 years. That's why this proportion into 2. Clear or not, everyone? Like that, all these, if you add, it will be lesser than 5. 4.0? Take it 4 years. That means you will get back your principal in how many years? 4 years. Extra 1 year if you stay, unnecessarily you are staying. 4th year, sell your bond and come out of the market. So, what we can do? When we sell the bond in the market, after how many years? 4 years, you will sell at the market price prevailing on that day, not at 1000. Not at? You may ask it out, sir. At the time 4th year end, as you said, I tried to sell. At the time 750 is the price. Then it will be a loss for me, sir. A question will arise or not. Or it can also be 1100 on that date. Who knows what will happen after 4 years? Yes or no? There is a strategy called as a bond immunization strategy. CA final bond valuation and stock markets on bond market analysis. There is a beautiful concept called as a bond immunization. Name itself is tell, immune to all kinds of market risks on that day. Then how come the life insurance companies are living for so long period? How much risk is there? Who will die? How it will know? They will always immune their risk using strategies called as bond immunization strategies. Sir, bond market beauty is, its duration is always lesser than life. Life is how many years? Duration is less than 5. Duration less than 5 means at the end of the duration period, you got your principal back. What you invested, like a boomerang, it has come back to you. Clear or not, everyone? Whatever you have to get, you have already received. Okay, so technically try to understand, in that 803.4, 86.2 rupees is in the market only for 1 year. Then how can you tell that my 803 is blocked for 5 years? No one should tell like that. Clear or not, sir, everyone in the class? Same thing, sir, that's the beauty of the bond valuation. So the bond markets are having a great advantage that they can have their own transferability. Easy transferability will be there. For what? For the bonds, not for any other instrument. I am talking about debts. Debt instruments, the easiest transferability is there for bonds. Hope everyone understood what logically I said here. Okay. So one of the greatest feature is, first, bond debenture is the smallest unit of the total amount. It's a certificate. Debentures pay. Hope everyone know that. Rate will change prefixed unless it is a floating rate bonds. I told you, very, very less popular in India. Therefore, law they will never write floating rated. Okay. So rate of interest is always prefixed. Next one also, debentures don't carry voting rights. Next point, debenture is a very important, is a mobile property and therefore it is transferable. So what? So what means this is whatever the example I have given. Okay. Next, debentures are generally secured, not mandatory. Debentures are generally secured and creates a charge against the assets of the company. I think you know what is a charge created, security. Assets will be kept as a security for the loan taken. Next, debenture may have an option to convert into equity. We call them as what? Convertible debentures. Next, debenture holder is issued with a debenture certificate as an evidence of debt. These are all the features of debentures. Hope everyone understood the concept clearly. Okay. Next, basic issue concept. Basically the concept of debenture, certain points are there. Let's try to understand. Types and approval. Sir, I don't want to issue convertible debenture, sir. I want to issue normal debenture. Only board of directors approval. Only whose approval, sir? Board of directors. No shareholder. But if you issue convertible debenture along with the board approval, whose approval is also mandatory. Hope you can understand the reason for that. So taking a loan, not taking a loan is a headache of the board of directors. But taking a convertible loan is also a headache of the shareholders, because they will dilute their equity at the later point of time. Who will dilute? Who will dilute? Convertible debentures, when they convert them into shares, automatically ownership will get diluted or not? Affected parties are debt equity. Therefore, you should take our permission. So therefore, that's the logic of that. It's clearly logical. So therefore, board of directors at a board meeting and shareholders by passing a special resolution in a general meeting. Next one. Rules for issue of secure debentures. All these are kept in the rules, not in a section. Therefore, you can directly visit to this and try to understand. First thing. So rules for issue of what debentures we are discussing now. Writing part, everything you can do later. Let's complete the concept. Okay, writing part we can put it later, no problem. So issue of debentures are secured debentures are. If you observe, first, what approvals are required? Board of directors at a board meeting. Shareholders approval not required. I told you very clearly. Shareholders approval required only for, that's all. Convertible, normal debentures are entirely board discretion whether to take or not to take. So approvals required is board of directors at a board meeting. Next, very important thing, creation of a charge. Name itself is debenture, secured debenture. That means there should be something kept as a security for the loan taken. So security. There will be charge on the assets of the company or holding company or subsidiary company or associate company. We can keep anything as a security and take the loan. Okay? Now, very, very important. Debt debentures accepted is 100 crore. Assets kept as a security is 95 crore. Not possible. 100 to 100. Not possible, because interest also should be covered by the security. That means if you understand the concept, if your loan taken is 100 crores, they will create security somewhere around 160 crores. Such that your interest also will be covered by that. That means the security of the assets should be sufficient to cover both principal as well as interest. Value of such assets shall be sufficient to cover both principal and interest. Whenever you issue secured debentures, we need to appoint a person to safeguard the interests of debenture holders, and that person will be called as what? Debenture trustee. What we should do? Appoint him before issue of prospectus and execute the debenture trust deed within how many days? 60 days after the allotment. This is a procedure. Okay. Remaining is a life. Last concept. First of all, everyone tell me, I want to issue secured debentures. Whose approval is required? That's all. I have to create charge. Charge again is the assets of the company. How much it should be? It should be capable of covering both the principal as well as interest. Adequate amount should be created. I need to appoint whom to safeguard all these things? Appointed before the prospectus, and we will write a deed with him once the allotment is made. After how many days, sir? 60 days. Clear or not? That means, sir, why, sir, before allotment we will appoint, but deed will be written? Deed will be written on the basis of allotted debentures. That means first what should be completed? Debenture should be allotted. Therefore, we will write a trust deed 60 days after allotment, but we will appoint him before prospectus issue itself. Because in the prospectus we need to write the name of debenture trustee. In the prospectus we need to write the name of debenture trustee. Therefore, we need to appoint him before issue. But deed will exist only on the basis of allotted debentures. Therefore, we need to execute the debenture trustee within 60 days after the allotment. Hope you can understand the reasoning why they kept like that. Last one is a life. Last one is what, sir? Life. Generally, life of a debenture cannot be more than 10 years. Maximum can't go beyond. 4 exceptions are there. How many, sir? 4. 4 exceptions are there. In these 4 cases, it can be more than 10, but not more than 30. That means irredeemable bonds concept is not permitted. What is not permitted? Irredeemable bond. Perpetual bonds we will call na I into 1 minus T by NP. Without any RVNP, redemption value will not be there. Possible or not possible? Possible or not possible? Possible if it is unsecured. We are talking about what now? Secured debentures. Secured or not possible. That means if you want to issue irredeemable debt, let them. But it should be unsecured debenture. Clear or not? Okay? See that. Generally how many years? Generally how many years? Not exceeding 10 years. But in how many cases it can be more? 4 cases. It can exceed, but it cannot exceed. 4 cases are easy to understand. 1, 2, 3, 4. First one what? Infrastructure companies will have a huge capital outflow at the beginning, outlay, investment. But return will come back slowly. Therefore, they can't pay if they issue debentures for 10 years to 12 years. Example, L&T. L&T, if you take the Hyderabad Metro project, after COVID, utter flop. Before COVID, super duper hit in Hyderabad. After COVID, utter flop. Literally the other month when I went there, in these days, in the last 5-6 months, less in Hyderabad, more in Chennai. Therefore, I couldn't know what is happening there. But actually, what is the scenario is the metro is jam-packed before COVID. Metro. Okay, metro concept came super duper hit in Hyderabad, not normal hit. After the COVID came, 2020 March. People also get scared about traveling in public. 1 year anyway closer. Again, second pandemic came, 3-4 months closer. After that, people also purchased cars. That's why automobile share market increased. People, what they are trying now, today the hot cakes are second-hand cars. Sir, a person is having money only to invest 2 lakhs on a car. 2 lakhs, nothing he will get. But 2 lakhs, he will get second-hand car or not? Instead of putting that in a Royal Enfield, or in a Ola bike, if I can put in a car, my family will go securely. Normal middle class person, what he will think? To purchase a Ola bike for 1 lakh. I saw in Chennai only, Ola bike. 1,56,000 he said to me. I said that, okay, bye, we will meet later. With that 1,56,000, I would have purchased so many shares of that company, which will rise in future. So, 1,56,000, what is there inside? He said that, sir, this is what, there is a charging point, all are charging in my home, it is there. Okay. Huh? Bro, you buy, bro. I will drive for you. So, I found that it is worthless. I personally found that it's not worth 1,56,000 bucks. I said that, okay, Guruji, bye, hold it with you. So, maybe it may become successful also in India. We can't predict how people's sentiments are. So, but for me, obviously, I prefer only a car for travel because I will be safe. Persons with me will be safe. So, I prefer. At a student level, we can drive. But when you get some money, there is obvious possibility. Passion will be there for some people. But I don't think that I will leave. Zoom. Slightly zoom. Zoom. Stop. So, the point is, hello. So, see here. First change this. Hello, bro. Change this. Next class Saranand sir kada. He will throw this. And also you. Change this here. It's not working. So, listen. Listen here. So the point is, they will not get written so. It's not his mistake, and I am asking him to change. Bro, change this. So, City, no problem. Hey, no need. No need. Anyway, they will not listen now. Even if you operate that. So, 4 kinds of companies are there. Infrastructure companies. I told you the reason clearly. Infrastructure companies, huge capital outflow will be there. And when I came to the point, Metro when it started, it was a super hit. 2020 after slowly started downfall. Automobile market, the second-hand market increased like anything. Therefore, what people are trying, rather than investing there, we can invest in our own car. They started buying 2,50,000 the second-hand cars, 3 lakh rupees like that. They purchase 3 lakh rupees, the 1 lakh they will pay. There also they are giving loans, second-hand cars. Directly you can buy from the Maruti itself, or you can buy from the company directly. They are only providing this finance. People also started feeling that every month if I pay 8,000, I will have my own car with me. They started purchasing the cars. Slowly what happens? Market came down. So today, Metro only 40% occupancy is there. 40% occupancy. If 100 seats are there, technically only 40-45 are getting filled. Even in case of midday where there will be heavy traffic in Hyderabad at that time. That means what we have to understand, when they have to get back the returns, 13,000 crores they invested. When the 13,000 crores has to come back, 1 year they will never get. They have to get back after so many number of years. Therefore, if money didn't come to me, how can I redeem and pay to you? To pay you first, I should be prosperous. Huh? When I am not prosperous, how can I make you happy? So therefore, generally infrastructure companies, debt financing companies. He is a beggar means he is a beggar to the beggar. He himself is a beggar, he is begging from. Much more dangerous scenario these companies are. I repeat once again, danger number 1 to the infrastructure companies. Danger number 2 is infrastructure financing companies. Third one, same type, infrastructure debt NBFCs are there. Sir, NBFC means non-banking financial corporations, am I clear? They can do so many businesses, they can do investment and everything. Some NBFCs dedicatedly will do only industrial financing. IIFL. Classic example. IIFL. There is an organization, there is an NBFC with the name IIFL. They don't give personal loans, they give only industrial loans. Clear? In that, industrial debt financing companies are there. Therefore, they also will not get the returns all of a sudden immediately in 1 day or 1 year. They will also take a huge gestation period for them. These type of companies are outside the purview of the time limit of 10 years. That means the debentures when the issue can be going beyond, but it should not go beyond. This is the first part of the debentures chapter. Technically, if you observe, learning objectives you have written. In that learning objectives, first 3 learning objectives we completed now. What are the first 3? Definition, second one, features, and third one, issue of debentures. How many things are completed? 3 things are over. In the next session, debenture trustee and debenture redemption reserve. Once we complete, chapter will be over. Once it is over, we go to deposits. Sir, I told you already, these are small chapters, comfortably we can complete. Just some basic background knowledge if you have, easily we can crack these concepts. Okay. So thank you. We'll meet again in the afternoon session.